get into the room here. Should we have some visitors? This is on the fly today. It's free. It's free and beautiful, just like how it feels right now. Let me check in on my mic right here, because I do have my headset on here. To my knowledge, it's been working out pretty good. I want to get in here and do a little live broadcast. You know what it is, What I Need podcast with your boy King Karlton. And we're going to start off like this. I am thankful for my well-being. And I am thankful for the well-being of others. As we just hold into that vibratory field of gratitude and thanksgiving for well-being of our own, thanksgiving and gratitude for well-being of others without discrimination, others without being picky about it, others without needing to be specific, because that is so abundant that we don't need to nitpick through who and why. And no, I'm thankful for my well-being. I'm thankful for my well-being in all the places and situations and things and different things that was going on for me, and I'm thankful for the well-being of others. Just period and point blank. As we just let's hold into the heart space a little bit longer on this episode today, because I feel it. We can even expand that. We go through the affirmations fully. I am thankful for my well-being. I'm thankful for the well-being of others. He is thankful for his well-being. He is thankful for the well-being of others. She is thankful for her well-being. She is thankful for the well-being of others. They are thankful for their well-being. They are thankful for the well-being of others. Then you say your name with it. King Karlton, Vernon, is thankful for Vernon's well-being. Vernon is thankful for the well-being of others. King Karlton, thankful for the well-being of others. Then as you're talking to yourself, you are thankful for your well-being. You are thankful for the well-being of others. Deep breath in. Sustain at the apex of that breath. Sustain at the Christ of that breath. Sustain at the I am of that breath. Sustain at the Buddha nature of that breath. Wisdom, compassion, courage, and there we are. Okay? So we just put ourselves there with our own intention right now. Now, what was I going to talk about? We're 5 minutes into the podcast, and it's It's interesting. I come on here and sometimes a lot of times I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And um, and it's fine because there's so many different things that we can discuss when we have a series, a podcast that's dedicated to speaking on society, spirituality, and ways of being. I want to talk about I want to talk about putting our foot off in it. Okay, let me take my headphones off real quick. It's talking about please charge. So I want to talk today about putting our foot off in it. You know, a lot of times when somebody's made a good meal, they say, "Ooh, you must have put your foot off in that," right? And I don't know exactly where that came from. Certainly, it came from down south somewhere. But you know, how are we putting our foot off into the recipe of life? Let's talk about that. The recipe for life. And how do we get a good recipe where somebody has to say, "Ooh, you put your foot off in that," meaning that it was good, and it was good. You know, the greatness had said that a long time ago, and it was good, and it still is. And anytime that we don't see that, it's because we're not involving ourselves enough in that, in the nature of that. We have that nature within us. We have all that we need within us. We was born with that, and it can't be taken away, but it can be somehow. It can be somehow, somewhat, kind of forgotten. That's how it rolls, and that's how it is. And we would do well. We do well to not forget that. We do well for ourselves. Okay, so how do we make a recipe for life that we have to be like, "Oh, you put your foot off in that"? I believe it's where we put our mind at, because a lot of the time the way that we think is going to what we've got going on inside. First of all, is going to be what we're available to on the outside of us. So what goes on inside is going to be what's available to us most immediately on the outside. Okay, so we know that. And where do thoughts take place? Well, thoughts don't take place on the outside. Thoughts take place on the inside. They take place in on the inside and in the mind, right? They take place at the level of mind. So this is why you see many of us encouraging right mindfulness. What is right mindfulness? Right mindfulness, if I may, just off the top of the dome, is where we're going to institute um, right thinking, thoughts that are for you, not against you. If you have a thought that is hmm, of doubt, that you address the thought, but you do not let it control your reality. You may accept that a doubtful thought has come across the sky of mind, and you may follow it up with three insightful thoughts, three abundant thoughts, three prayerful thoughts, three meditative thoughts. Um, because you're in control of that space, that thought space, that space of mind Our consciousness is what has dominion over the mind. And that's why we meditate to get closer in touch with our consciousness. That's why we can affirm things like we do at the beginning of this show into our heart space. I am thankful for my well-being. I am thankful for the well-being of others. Allowing this to become the activity of our inner space. Something simple, a simple affirmation. I'm thankful for my well-being. I'm thankful for the well-being of others. You see how that is taking place on the inside for free, first of all, taking place on the inside. And as we cultivate the practice of that, the activity of what goes on the outside of us. As we meditate on that and begin filling ourselves up within our being, ooh, you must have put your foot off in that recipe for life because it feels good. Even right now, situation and scenarios that I'm going through that this show is not necessarily all about because it's not all about me. I just feel like today I'm going with ease. I feel like today I'm going with blessings. I feel like today I'm going with friendship. I feel like today I'm going with the power of the universe, the grace of the universe, the grace of God. I feel right now that I'm just going forward with an inspiration. I feel right now I'm sharing that inspiration on my podcast. What I need, oh, and I've given myself what I need right now by just sharing that with you. A happiness in a joy that I would be out here almost screaming in the park about. So today's episode, what was it about? Just to recap, today's episode was about that our inner creates the outer. What do we say to ourselves in the inside? Where we can start is gratitude. Where we can start is thankfulness. Where we can start is something that's going to inspire from the inside so that our outside begins to appear and feel in this same way. So let us take a few moments of meditation on today's episode. Now, I put out a new meditation on Sunday. A Be Still and Know meditation. Happy Easter to everyone celebrating Easter. Happy Ramadan to those that celebrated Ramadan. Happy Passover to those who celebrated Passover. We are all in this together. And let us come into a moment of stillness now, saying to ourselves, I am thankful for my well being. Holding that into the heart space right here, and into your heart space. Put your awareness there, not on just on the surface, but go inside. Okay, and that's where your heart space is. That's how you take your attention and your awareness and put it on your heart space. I'm thankful for my well being. I am thankful for the well being of others. and just allowing yourself the peace in this moment. This is what you amplify. This is what you meditate on. This is what we meditate on here on this show. This is what this show is about. This is what the What I Need podcast is about. This is what spending time watching this show is about. I'm thankful for my well-being. Attention on the heart space. I am thankful for the well-being of others. That is also an alignment to unconditional love. I'm thankful for my well-being. I am thankful for the well-being of others. And we'll go into 3 instrumental breaths as we get ready to close out this wonderful podcast and short meditation session with you today. Just knowing that our inner world creates the outer world. The internal is giving us the ability to create in the external, giving us what we see in the external. And we can continue to do our research. We can continue to, we have this conversation here, but we continue to further our study, knowledge, and wisdom and make a foundation in a platform of peace. Let's go into 3 instrumental breaths in through the nose, holding up at the top, holding a pure intention. What pure intention, Karlton? Just holding pure intention. Just that. And out. Letting that air out for a moment. In. Holding up at the top, pure intention. What pure intention? Just pure intention. Letting out. In up to the top here. Holding gratitude for your being. I hold gratitude for your being. Celebration for your life, the life of others, the life itself. And out. Thank you so much for joining the show today. We just hit that 20-minute mark. That's around the time I like day. Um, yes. I hope that you have a beautiful, bright rest of your day. As always, namaste, ashe, hallelujah, nam myoho renge kyo. Peace out, y'all.